Okay, hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this year's, well, actually, technically the final episode of this year's Cast 5 podcast. For those of you, as always, my name is Five, and I'm joined by my wonderful castmates today, Rohan.
Good evening, all. Welcome.
Daniel.
Hey, guys.
And Theo.
Happy Boxing Day.
That's true. For those who are joining us for the very first time, hi, welcome. We're glad that you could actually join us. You must be wondering, what is this randomness? Why is YouTube recommending this to me and I don't know these random strangers? Well, we are the Cast 5, and I wanted to let you guys know that in this particular podcast, we give you guys a little bit of an insight on who the Cast 5 members truly are. This means we discuss movies, TV shows, video games, animes, and topics that generally matter to us. And hopefully, they matter to you as well, or otherwise this is quite pointless. So, gentlemen, please tell me what's on your mind. What's going on this beautiful December 26th Boxing Day here in Canada? The cases are on the rise. We're looking at buckling down again. This pandemic doesn't end. How are you guys all feeling?
Five digits, man.
I know.
5 digits.
We did it. We did it, guys. This was not something I wanted to do.
Just excited about all the games I'm going to play once we go into the next lockdown.
Oh my god,
All those
right?
platinum trophies I'm going to get.
Yo, this man is like becoming a trophy hunter. Have you seen this? Like one by one.
Wait, yeah,
What have we
Danny,
done to him, man?
I know.
what do you platinum next?
I was looking at Horizon because I realized I only have about 5 trophies left to do for that one. But
Oh
just the
my
base
God.
game, not the DLC or any of the new game plus, nothing like that. Just the base.
But unlike us, though, you like the full 100%. Me and Vice, we get the platinum, we dip the fuck out. You don't.
That's so true. That is so DLC. What? More trophies? Nah. One platinum's enough.
Like, do you guys actually care about actually getting the trophies for the DLCs and whatnot? Do you guys genuinely actually go for the trophies in the DLCs?
I did for Spider-Man.
Yeah, no,
don't
I don't
think
It's
care.
really interesting,
Yeah.
like Bloodborne. Bloodborne, I got everything.
Yeah,
Clean the fuck out of that.
I guess it depends what type of game it is, right?
yeah.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
100%. I agree with Theo here. Because, like, for Final Fantasy 15, for example, like when they added more trophies for all the other segments for the characters, didn't care. If they added new trophies for Final Fantasy 7 Remake, like, I haven't platinumed it yet, but once I do, I will definitely look into it. Because, like, that would be like, I want to clean throughout the entire game. But generally, no. Like, once I have that platinum, even if it drops down to 68% with the new DLC, I don't care. I have more games to play.
The only way I platinum games is by accident. Like, can you actually really like platinum games just playing through? That's not really a thing. Not anymore.
No,
Oh,
there
no,
is.
yeah.
Some
Yeah.
games.
it is.
Some of the indie
Ghost-
games do that.
I would say Ghost of Tsushima is very close to that because it doesn't expect you to do 100% of everything, but just find fox dens and things like that. That if in case you were into, you would just end up getting it.
I think there was only one platinum on Tsushima that I actually had to actively try to get, which was knock someone off a cliff. Somehow I did not have that.
That's such a Theo trophy to get too, man. You'd be like, I could imagine him always hunting for that sort of thing.
Remember
Hey, I
if I
knocked
was
5
trying
off a
to do
cliff
that
on
one.
Final Fantasy 15.
What was
40.
that? What was that,
For
Daniel?
Ghosts, when you were finishing up the trophies, and the last one you had to do is when you had to kick the guy off the cliff.
Yeah.
You had to go
Yeah.
hunting for him.
No, it's just
I didn't go hunt for him. I went back to an old save file.
Okay.
Because if you hunt for him, it's a pain in the ass.
oh, so
Yeah.
it is a specific guy. It's a specific guy you actually have to go find.
Not really, but it's just easier.
Oh,
It's
okay.
If you roll back a bit, there's one guy that's like always in this one place, so you can just take his
Oh,
ass off.
okay. That's it.
Otherwise, you have some RNG involved.
Mhm. But I do want to touch base on something that Daniel said. He said that there's a lot of games coming up. He's going to hunker down during these COVID days, and he wants to start platinuming these games. Now, he's a crazy man. I am not going to platinum anything that I have in the backlog that I have. But I do have a week off coming. So I wanted to kind of just touch base on something. Generally, we do, what you've been playing. but this is going to be slightly different. This is like what you've been playing or what you've been watching. Because like in this spam of little time that we have, like Hawkeye's done, Spider-Man came out, Matrix, we a few of us went and watched, which we're going to do a review on. West Side Story's out, you know, the remake from Steven Spielberg.
Oh wait, that's out already. I thought that was. Oh damn! I do want to watch that actually.
Right. And it's rated very highly on Rotten Tomatoes.
I imagine Steven Spielberg.
Right. Things 2 is out. Encanto is now out, or Encanto is now out on Disney Plus. House of Gucci, King Richard with Will Smith. Like, there's a lot of good TV shows and movies, and I haven't even touched base on anime yet. Because, like, for me, like, I think probably Theo or Farhad would be the only one. A Place Further Than the Universe is now available on Crunchyroll. It's this anime that they've said it's 13 episodes, 23 minutes per episodes. And so you can watch the entire series within like what, three and a half hours, I would say. And it's a very gripping friendship tale. It's a tearjerker.
Like slice of life kind of thing?
I think so. So I've seen, not like Clannad. It's Clannad. It's Clannad.
I was actually really like to the anime. I actually just recently watched. It was just a movie, but like the Shape of Voice. No.
Oh my God! Yes, the silent voice.
Oh my God, that was so good.
So good. That movie is amazing. Yes, 100%. If you have not seen it,
yeah.
My heart, man, my heart goes out.
Putting that shit off for I don't know how long now.
Yeah, no, that's I rate that. I rate that rather highly. Yeah.
It's one of those movies where they really show what the effects of bullying, and to someone that used to be a bully, what it can do to you. That, and just like what it takes for you to shun yourself out from society and think that your life is meaningless, so you're gonna end it. To be on that side of the cliff, to all of a sudden be rolled back into society.
Not all of a sudden, man. Like it's the climb to try to
find meaning. Yeah,
way back from that, even a little bit. It's so good. Oh man,
it is
such a good level. Anime, like at certain times, they're hitting certain emotions. Can hit those levels like very few medias can, man. I love that.
I completely agree. Yo, Clannad, for example, it's my favorite anime of all time. And I've been
wasn't it Full Metal?
That's number 2. So I've been begging Angie to watch this show for 8 years, and she wasn't into anime. She slowly started watching certain things. She's like, okay, you know, like the whole stigma that you sometimes have, like, oh, it's a kid show, or it's this or that. And then she started watching, like, she started with Death Note, then Full Metal Alchemist, and then like it's all the. By the way, you're breaking in and out, Rohan, when you're talking, so be closer to the mic. Try again.
Yeah, Death Note. What a way to break in.
Perfect. So Death Note was the first one. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was the second one. Clannad was the third, and the fourth is Steins Gate. So it's like these god tier animes that I'm just kind of like showing her what it is. And like in between, we watch a lot of movies. We actually went to a theater and watched Weathering with you because they were like, has to be a cinematic experience, and it's gorgeous because it's from the same creator as Your Name, and she hasn't seen a silent voice yet. So like I really need to show her that one too.
Just like actually just sit her down one day and actually get. I think she would very much be into that one.
Oh, she would absolutely adore it. I also made her watch that Spirited Away. That one we watched too. Like
I believe.
Yeah. There's a lot
that
of.
Is the only anime I've seen.
Yeah, there's. That's a very good starting point, sir. But like, there's so much more. Sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
Even Princess Mononoke or Akira.
Oh my God, Akira, you definitely need to watch.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell is actually really fucking good too. So like but those are like classics. I'm talking about like something that he would watch now with like better animation and stuff, where he's like, okay, this is kind of neat. Like Bubbles, Rohan, Bubble from Netflix.
I'm into that so much, man.
I saw the name Uro Butcher. I was like, yep. If 3 people do not die in there, I will be severely disappointed.
But Demon Slayer, like the season 2 came out.
I'm trying to watch that on Netflix, man. Oh man.
If you have Crunchyroll, go ahead, go through it because even the movie's on it too. But as I was saying, so she just finally watched Clannad. And it's like, you know, when you're hoping to get those reactions that you once had and you were like sharing something that close to you with someone else.
Hand her a box of tissues.
This is not bad. We had to empty out one. But everything hit. Every single thing hit the way we want to, down to a point that there's a song that we're considering doing our first dance on when we get married.
Really?
So like, yeah. So like the impact was a lot, like it was as good as what I expected it would be, but like just the weight itself made it like so much better.
Such a nerdy couple.
Oh my god, dude! No, you.
That's why they married.
Why you jealous, man? Why you jealous? I'll bench press your weight. You can make fun of me as much as you want. I'll bench press your weight, but but stop laughing. You're making me laugh. But yeah, man. There's other than that, as I was saying, with the anime put aside or movies that are coming out, video games, man. Halo Infinite. Like, that's my next to go to. It finally installed after 4 different sections. Oh.
Wait a minute. How long did in total did it actually take to actually get that done?
When you guys left, it took another hour after that because there was another update that had to be installed. I know.
Oh.
I know.
Damn.
That's rough.
Damn.
So
A1 patches.
yeah, so that did not occur that day. So I just ended up going with Endwalker. But Guardians of the Galaxy, Deathloop, The Dark Anthology, Tales of Arise, Lost Judgment, these games are now on sale, right? Because of Boxing Day. So overall, it's going to be a very, as Daniel will say, nerdy. We prefer geeks, but sure. Week at my residence because Angie's working. So it is just going to be me sitting down and knock these things out one by one and go through however I can. But I'm very excited, guys. I'm very, very excited to try out Halo Infinite. Like it's
been a while.
It's been a while. But what about you guys? Like, what are you guys playing? What do you like? You watched The Silent Voice. What about you, Daniel? Well, what have you been doing?
Just going through different games they have. I didn't really buy much in the sales just because I did a bunch of shopping for Black Friday, but I didn't really find any good deals for Boxing Day, so I'm pretty content with what I have so far, and I got a big backlog of games to play now. I still need to tackle that one mission in Mafia because that's
with the one with the car. You still have one?
It's impossible. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But it's the one thing that's going to stop me from getting a platinum. Because that whole game is just completion trophies. You don't have to go hunting for anything. Or you don't have to like do something like in particular. It's just like you play the game, you get all the trophies. There's like some collectibles you have to look for afterwards, but that's it.
So that's so like besides Horizon, that's like the next game that you're trying to platinum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And maybe Death Stranding too. I haven't finished the upgraded edition yet.
Oh,
I played about half of it.
But on a Death Stranding kind of like train like I was with freaking Dark Souls.
What I like though is all my trophies from the original game transferred over to the director's cut. So literally the moment I fired up the game, it just went bing, bing, bing.
Populated
and gave
everything.
me all the trophies. The only ones I'm missing are like the ones where like you have to build the new stuff that's in the DLC and finish the DLC story. So that one will just take a few hours and it'll be fine. So I'll get a second platinum for Death Stranding.
Wait, it has the second platinum?
Yeah, PS4 and PS5.
Shit.
Yeah,
I thought they just like put them together as the same. Like like remember how PS3 and PS4 had a bunch of trophies where they just merged them together when they upgraded?
Not that I know
with this
of
one, like
here.
you could start a new game if you wanted, but you could just load up your previous save from the old game. So I just did that. I was like, there's no point going for the entire story all the way over again. I might as well
You would
do the DLC.
if you had to. Daniel knows you would. Yeah,
At the time, maybe.
Yo, Death Stranding's like we lost him, guys. He is one with that world now.
He's stranded in that world now.
He's
We
definitely
lost him to the
stranded.
ocean.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I finished Stormblood for Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah.
I'm just doing the patches now.
Nice. Elidibus, he's
Then-
next for you.
Then we'll throw down some money for Endwalker.
I cannot wait
The
because
last of you get it before me. That would be hilarious.
he probably will. Because knowing him, he'll buy it. But the question is he going to play it before you or not? That's the real question. He'll probably get it before you. But the queues are crazy. Like today when I tried the queue, it's 15 people.
What time?
11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, on a Sunday. So like last night too. Last night was like 12.
Yeah, it looks like it's calming
I
down.
thought
a
it
bit
would
now.
go up during the holidays.
Right?
Yeah.
You people have holy shit.
I don't know. Either a lot of people finished the game or they expanded the servers. I know they were saying that because of the conductor shortages, it was
Yeah,
harder
they
for
should
them
do
to.
shit about it.
Yeah, so maybe they were able to finally, or maybe Microsoft stepped in and decided, hey, use our servers, but bring the game over to our console. Because I know they were saying that the talks are occurring and they're very. What was the word he used? Yoshi P. It wasn't like it's very positive. It was a specific word that he said that it's happening. It's just gonna happen.
Cautiously optimistic or some shit like
No.
that.
It was like one word. Whatever. I'll go through the interview and I'll figure it out afterwards. Yeah.
I think the
Very
problem might have been-
promising.
Oh, okay.
Very promising. That's what he said.
I think the problem might have been the gold pass paywall or whatever.
No,
Yes, I think-
they removed all those. They removed all of
because
that.
I think the reason that they put it on PlayStation was because they managed to negotiation where you don't have to do PlayStation Plus in order to get online on Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
They removed that for Xbox too, because I know Netflix and everything was also locked behind the paywall. You had to have gold in order to use Netflix. And those things that when they were launching Xbox Series X, and even I think Xbox One in the middle of the generation, they started rolling a lot of these things back and became a lot more consumer friendly than Sony is. Did you guys see the new faceplates?
Oh, for the PS5?
Yeah.
No, I haven't checked them out. Did you send the link or?
No. I didn't send it to you guys. But if you just Google it, you'll see it. It's matching the new colors of the controller. There's 2 more colors too that they're releasing.
Wait, no, I saw a red one, I think.
Right. There's a teal color and there's something else.
nothing worth
I
checking because
prefer
I
a
don't have
dark blue, but
PS5.
they don't have it.
Navy blue
I
kind of
don't
thing.
I don't like the
like-
teal blue they have.
Okay.
But I like the white.
Dude, man.
It just feels different, you know?
Yeah.
He had a black PlayStation and black controllers, and now we're in a new generation and everything's white.
Like iPhones, it just
Everything matches now,
Looks like
PlayStation
iPhone.
and the controllers. Like, I don't want to get faceplates for the PS5 and then the controllers don't match.
That's
It'll
true.
bug me.
That's true. What were you saying, Theo?
or like the entire white looking thing basically got brought on like it came to be because of Apple.
Yeah.
So now Sony is making that look.
That kind of thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've seen this. It's probably like an off-name brand one, like what's it called, like a camouflage kind of thing. But I guess that's not like official. So I don't know. I'm
Always
looking
gonna get taken down, yes.
like
Yeah.
that green one, man, like a forest, like kind of like foresty, kind of deep set green. I don't know.
Is it by D Brand? D Brand, I think they're called, because they originally had faceplates, and then Sony threatened to sue them. They're like, "Yeah, come
No, it's like some
sue
other
us. We'll see."
company, some other company. Yeah, doesn't matter. I'll still wait for the official one. Like, it's more appeals to me. Look at the black one's that's pretty slick though.
Daniel, did
Yeah.
you finish watching Hawkeye?
I haven't even started it yet, actually.
Okay,
I was just going to binge watch it once it's sold out.
it's done.
It's sold out,
Yeah,
man.
now it's all out. I got to start it.
Ryan, you
I just
finished
had
it?
a day just to watch it.
What'd you think?
Okay, I'd like it. Okay, the Kingpin was interesting.
Don't dive too much in because I do have a video in mind that we can shoot later on.
Overall, I liked how it went and ended more so than how it was starting. Right? The relationship between like Hawkeye and Kate, that started to grow on me a little bit. And there was definitely like I felt more of like a partnership kind of thing going on, right? I felt a little bit more chemistry between them at the end. But overall, I liked it. How it would rate it, it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be up in WandaVision territory or anything like that.
Don't rate it. Don't rate it. I do think that personally speaking, I think the show is probably the most side story show that felt throughout all of them. Like there's no bigger consequences to the multiverse. It's very
so nothing like Loki. Then
They kept the side characters as side character.
Anything.
Sorry, go ahead. What were you saying, Theo? Hold on 1 second, Daniel.
So they kept the side character as a side character.
Yes and no, but go ahead. Daniel, what were you saying?
More of a standalone show. It doesn't really tie into the greater scheme of things.
Very tangentially, it ties into other.
Yes,
loosely.
Rohan's absolutely right. So it helps build the lore of what the world feels like now after the blip. But other than that, is it consequential on the same level as Loki was, for example, or WandaVision for her unlocking Scarlet Witch powers? No. It's a very self-contained story.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. Is it similar to that?
Yes.
Because that had some kind of...
Mostly.
It was standalone, but it had a little bit of like continuity.
I would still say it's less than that. Like I wouldn't rank it. I'm not gonna do a ranking, but I'm saying like if we compare those two shows in terms of how consequential they are, I do think that Captain America and Winter Soldier is probably higher because you get Captain America out of it, right? Yeah. And he was like one of the top Avengers. Here it's different because Hawkeye's still alive, so he's not gonna die. So this is just like, hey, young Avengers, we're kind of setting that up. But fair enough. But gentlemen, on that note, let's jump into the topic of the show, which is the most anticipated games for us for 2022. So I have a list here that I kind of want to go through. And to the audio listeners of or anyone that's watching the video itself, I know there's going to be a few games that we're going to miss because generally speaking, just with us, these are games that we're not going to be interested in, so I kept them off, such as Sifu. I like Sifu, but I don't know if I'm going to play it. But Mario plus Rabbids or Kirby, as you tend to see, it tends to be a little bit more Nintendo games. But Farhad's not here, so chances are we're not going to be playing those games. But I do have a few games from the Nintendo library. I'm going to go through the list. If you don't, so the objective was you guys were supposed to pick 2 games. So if in case somebody else picks a similar game, you had another one to fall back on. So here I'm going to go through the list. And if in case there's something you guys want to change, or if there is something that you guys want to add to see maybe somebody else will pick that game, you are more than welcome. I'll give you guys 30 seconds after I finish the list to kind of make changes the way you want to. Okay? So look at Rohan's face. Look at Rohan's face. 30 seconds. That's all you get, Rohan. But the first one is Pokemon Arceus. It's the open world Pokemon game that everybody wanted. Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. Sonic Frontiers. Bayonetta 3. Elden Ring. Horizon Forbidden West. Dying Light 2. God of War Ragnarok. Hogwarts Legacy. So excited for that game. Gotham Knights. Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League. Gollum, the Lord of the Rings game. Final Fantasy 16. Forspoken. And Ghostwire Tokyo. Is there any game that I have mentioned or any game that you guys have written down that's not in the list that I have mentioned?
Of the ones that I'm excited for, yes, but of the ones I picked for today, no.
Okay, go ahead. Daniel, what about you?
Oh, you covered both games that I am pretty most excited for.
Okay, what about you, Ryan?
There's one game that's on the list, and one game that I recently came across, I realized that's coming out this year. That no, not this year. In 2022, that I'm interested. That's not on the list. So
Perfect. There is one game that I did not mention, which is Starfield. And
Okay.
the only reason why I did not mention Starfield is because I don't think it's coming out next year. I think it's going to get pushed, but it is supposed to be launching November 1st, 2022. So, on that note,
November's a little risky there, isn't it?
well, yeah, God of War, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Wild Zeldas.
Yeah, so all right, so let's start with Theo. Since you said both games are on the go.
So originally as a joke, I was thinking of saying Endwalker. Yes, let's be honest, most people aren't really getting to play Endwalker until next year because of server issues and whatever. But realistically, for the game that I picked was Breath of the Wild. Obviously.
Yeah.
Like, so the thing is, recently I got back into Genshin Impact. And a lot of people compare that game to the first Breath of the Wild in terms of like exploration and just the overall look and other things.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made me realize that for Breath of the Wild, like they're definitely going to be adding so much more to it compared to the first one. First one was consistent enough in the environment. Every plant that can be chopped down can be chopped down, no exceptions. You find the tree in the middle of the map. You find the other tree on the end of the map. Both of them can both be have the same properties. Same thing with all the grass. If you can burn this specific type of grass, all grass of that type can be burned no matter where they are.
Yeah.
And that and because of that and the weapon system and other things, the combat also gives you lots of creative ways to get about tackle your enemies or whatever. And that's something that Genshin did a little bit better than Breath of the Wild because they gave you a lot more options and much more accessible options. So Breath of the Wild 2, I can just imagine if they incorporate magic and, I don't know, bottling elements or something like that. Just the way that you can, I don't know, maybe you can knock down a tree and let it fall on top of an enemy, bomb a building or something. Just the possibilities that they're going to put into that game.
Okay. Daniel, what about you?
The game I'm most excited for would be Horizon, which I received now as a Christmas gift, so I'm pretty excited for that. So I just found that the first game it's definitely one of my favorite games, or if not the favorite game. It's close between a few others, but yeah, the first game was absolutely amazing. The story was amazing, and just watching the trailers for the second game and the things they've changed as well and made it even better. It's gonna be good. The world's gonna be bigger too. I was reading into that, so even more stuff to explore, and it's gonna be more dense as well instead of large open areas. And the fact that it's gonna be multi-tier too, so you're gonna have, because it's set on the west coast and it's half flooded, half the world's gonna be underwater. So that'll be interesting to try out.
Yeah,
and just the different combat stuff too they've changed.
The density is what I'm really excited for, because they mentioned that multiple times that the areas are the inhabitants and everything that they went throughout the area. It's going to feel a lot more realistic and real time. So, yeah. So I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, they've changed some other stuff too, like the human combat wasn't too good
it just sucked. In the game. Let's be honest.
Compared to fighting the machines, but they've changed that as well. And then just even the new machines. I mean, the different animals to explore and fight and try to take over. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I think one of the for me that one of the things that I'm most hyped for about Horizon is the same as Genshin in terms of you get different elements and you get synergy between them. that's something that I can definitely see Horizon doing. Like, if you apply water to a machine and then you apply electricity, it works faster, or ice, and
That-
it just
Or,
freeze.
or short circuits it or something.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
That's cool.
Well, they had incorporated a little bit of that in the first game. Like, if a machine was vulnerable to ice or cold, you could just start
but there wasn't
lobbing
any
freeze bombs at you.
synergy.
But then if you use like the expanding arrow or something, it helps blast off all the frozen bits because you've frozen all his weapons, and then you use a blasting arrow and everything falls off because you've frozen him.
Yeah, I
It
know,
could be improved for sure.
but what Theo's talking about is that between two different elements, there's no synergy between them. That. So
From what I remember of the first game, is that like if you want to apply fire, you just keep applying it until the meter fills up and then starts burning. Same thing with ice, you just fill up a meter. Whereas like in Genshin, it's kind of like you put water on the foe, and then if you use ice, it fills up much faster, kind of thing.
See?
Like it applies immediately.
that's cool. That's very much like Breath of the Wild. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Ryan, what about you?
It's actually like a funny thing. Theo, you were talking about Genshin Impact, a MMO kind of game, right? And I recently came across this next MMO actually, called Lost Ark. That's the one that's not on your list, right? It's coming out
Lost
next year.
Ark. Okay.
Yeah. So it gives me a possibility of another MMO to get into. Like I said, I was
More shit for you to grind. More
Right.
shit for you to farm.
right, and just grind and stuff, right? So I'm interested to actually get into it because like it is it's an action action RPG, MMO RPG, action oriented kind of game, right? From Korea, and I never actually got into one of those type of games.
Korean emeralds, yeah.
Yeah, right. So, the action looks really cool. The game overall just looks really, really sick to me. So I just want to check it out, man. Because like, if it could be another MMO for me to get into, I'm a sucker, man. So I'm always kind of looking a corner of my eye for the next MMO for me to take up my time a little bit, along with my other games that I'm playing. Obviously,
Does this mean that you'll ever get a chance to finish Last of Us?
right? No, the thing is, guys,
No, wait, I should also
Are we
ask.
still going through that?
He hasn't
Does that
finished it.
mean
even
that
before.
that we
What?
can finally kick him off the guild after he
for
reaches
Final Fantasy
300
14?
days?
Final Fantasy 14.
Like 300 days now, pretty much.
Oh,
He's
Final-
going to hit a year soon.
Yeah, no. Final Fantasy 14. I don't think he's ever gonna come back. That's my personal feeling. I think he's gonna.
No, I think I would. I think I actually would. Right? If it turns out like freaking Lost Ark is like crap or anything like that, I probably wouldn't do it. But like even before even Lost Ark, really. Oh God.
That Last of Us, bro. Finish Last of Us. You're halfway through that game.
Right? There's Last of Us. That's like backlog though, right? I'm going to finish Ratchet and Clank because I'm further ahead in that, right? And then I'm going to finish Last of Us, and then I really should. I think once I finish Last of Us, the
God
first
of
one,
War?
I'm going to actually be very much interested into getting to Last of Us Part 2 because I want to see that continuation of that story immediately. And
That's what I was going to ask. Have you not played part 2 yet?
He hasn't even finished
This
the
is
first
part
one.
I haven't finished the first one, bro. So like, yeah,
He's halfway in.
I probably shouldn't even be discussing games that are coming up next year for me to play because there's so many that
He's like 3 years behind at this point.
right. Oh
God
gosh.
of War.
More
God
than
of War.
3
He
years.
hasn't.
Yeah, like
When did part 1 even come out? I don't remember.
2013.
right. So
On
Yeah.
PS3.
Yeah.
yeah, man. No,
Late PS3.
there's quite a bit of me to even catch up on, really. But like in terms of like just
Lost
something
Ark.
like down the road, like down the road, Lost Ark is one.
Okay, so 2022 Lost Ark for him. So for me,
I'm just letting you know, Rohan, I can only hold one MMO at one time. I am not joining you on Lost Ark.
Right.
Yeah, me neither. That's all you, man. That's all you. I gotta catch up on these backlog games that I have. But maybe Farhad will probably join you. But But yeah, it's Breath of the Wild, I was going to say, that's already taken. Horizon, already taken. Can't say anything about that. Lost Ark, I was going to mention as well. Believe it or not, I'm joking. I had no idea. Lost Ark, someone's going to be interested.
Like, really, Flies?
No.
Another MMO? No way.
No way. That's not happening. But going through the list, the game that I am really, really excited for, if it comes out next year, which I don't think it will, is going to be Final Fantasy 16. So I'm not going to mention that one. That we'll see when it comes. But
it's delusional if you think it'll come out next year.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Rohan.
No, I was saying, like, if it was like rumored or it was going to come out next year, that's why you were about to say.
It's very heavily implied that the two major games that are coming out next year from Square Enix is Forspoken and Final Fantasy 16.
I don't think they would want to overlap those two.
No, it's the beginning of the year and the end of the year, like how they did. No, they have Kingdom Hearts. They did, right? Kingdom Hearts. They did all the time.
With what?
You're breaking in and out, Ryan. You got to talk close to the mic.
Which game did Kingdom Hearts overlap with? I don't remember.
Kingdom. I got to go back and check. Kingdom Hearts 3, and there was another major title that came out. Final Fantasy 7 and Endwalker was supposed to come out on the same year, so they did integrate and then Endwalker. Because
it was the old Square Enix back when they did Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9 back to back. I can see them doing the yearly, the close release. But now, current one, I really get the feeling they're gonna try to make it year by year. They don't have the resources for that. I agree with you on
this one.
No, fair enough. Because I know Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy, that's coming out next year as well. I didn't put that on the list because I don't think any one of us is very interested in that game until we'll see when the reviews come out. But that's coming on the beginning of the year. Then Forspoken's coming mid-year, and then they don't have anything at the end of the year. So I am going to go ahead and say Hogwarts Legacy. I was not
really Hermione again.
Yes, I do want to see Hermione, but I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter to any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I got into Harry Potter very, very late, and I've only seen the movies. And I've got the tickets for the play in June when it's coming out. Those tickets, by the way, holy fuck!
How expensive?
No, the tickets were not that expensive. They're about the same price as what a standard play would be. But the queue line, I actually logged in a minute after the tickets went live. And
also keep in mind, this is the one of the few shows that are actually being made.
For sure.
In that industry, right?
No,
because
for
the whole
sure.
thing got shut down.
Oh, for sure.
So everyone's dying to go see a play, and it's one of, a small number that is actually being produced this year.
Yeah.
Or next year.
You're absolutely correct. But I did not take that into account at all. I was like, it's Harry Potter. It's going to be busy. I know. Let's jump in. A minute after. My queue? 80,000.
It is Harry Potter.
That's it. That's it. Yeah. I thought it would be 80,000. So it took suffice to say, it took about 45 minutes for me to actually, but their queue system was actually pretty nice. If you got kicked out, you get to retain your line. If you were, I had a long time to actually purchase the tickets. I think they give you 7 or 10 minutes to actually purchase the tickets, create the account, because my account wasn't working. I had to create a new account, but my old account started working. It was a whole mess. Passwords, man. Sometimes, I don't know if it's just my fat fingers. I don't know what it is. But on the third attempt, my passwords always work. But by the time the third attempt comes, you're freaking the fuck out because you're like, I have 7 minutes. I got to do this quickly. So let's create a new account. But anyways, so Harry Potter, so Hogwarts Legacy, it is an MMO style RPG, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be an MMO. It's going to be more connected play, like how, what's the best way of describing it? I would say like Dark Souls or like Elden Ring, where
instant kind of play.
You kind of
specifically.
That's kind of like Genshin as well.
Yeah, I believe
there's an online element, but it's optional.
Yes, So
Okay.
that's the main thing. So like going through and becoming a wizard and all that stuff, like I'm very interested to see how they're going to do their battle mechanics. Because with a stick, like it doesn't look cool. Like you know what I mean? Like when you have a stick, every Harry Potter games I've ever seen, I never thought the battle looked cool. When you watch it on a big screen, it looks cool in the movies. But when you're just like stupefy, 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 stupefy over and over again, and you're doing the same flick of the motion, it kind of doesn't look that great. But with the tech that we have now, like magic looks amazing in Final Fantasy 14, right? But it's black mage, but still. When it
They could
comes,
at least give us Abracadabra.
yeah, well, yeah,
The
they'll
instant kills them.
yeah, no, they probably will. But a lot of the Souls-like games, like Magic and stuff, kind of genuinely doesn't look as bad as what it looks like. That game, Rohan, you know what I'm talking about with the monkey and the dragon.
Oh yeah, the
Wukong?
Wukong, yes.
Yeah, that look. Oh gosh. Oh yeah, that's not gonna come out next year.
No, that's
I
not.
would have said.
So-
I would've said that.
So like Magic in general, but it's looking a lot better. So I have hope. So that's like the one game that like generally that majority of the games that are coming out are gonna be good. Like Ragnarok, let's be real. God of War Ragnarok, if they have to do something catastrophic for that game to not sell well. You know? Breath of the Wild 2, for example. Yeah, we're just gonna remove all the physics element and it's just none of that applies. Like
Every other overworld game now.
yeah, so there's a lot of different elements. Like the majority of these games are going to be heavy hitters and they're going to work really, really well. But like Hogwarts, like I don't know if there's anything to build off of because I have not played any of the other Harry Potter games. And they say time to time like, oh, the Lego ones are really good and so forth. But as I said, the battle mechanics never really seemed very attractive. So, or eye
It
catching.
looks like they're going in a new direction with this one. It seems like they're starting fresh.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the Hogwarts games and stuff like that has been cancelled in the past.
Mm-hmm.
This one should be good. And with the Lego ones, they're pretty good. I mean, the Lego series itself, they're not too bad. But it'd be interesting to see how this game performs for sure.
Fantastic. We'll move on to your second game, Denzer. You cannot pick the same one.
Hogwarts.
You can't pick the same one.
It was Hogwarts.
You can't pick the same
That
one.
was my two.
You have to pick something else, sir.
Those are the only ones I'm interested in this year, to be honest. Like
Really?
the whole, yeah.
Not even
Like I've never played God of War, so like, if I play the old games first, I might be interested. But I've never.
You're not
I haven't.
interested
You didn't play
in
the
Lord
God
of the...
War?
No, he hasn't, no.
And you give me shit for it? But not him?
Well, there's a difference. You didn't like it. He hasn't played it. There's a difference.
Hey, I just didn't like the tank controls. That's all.
True. But since you... I'm shocked you didn't pick Gollum.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yes, I'm a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, but when it comes to video games of Lord of the Rings, I'm a little hesitant.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd have to wait to see like when the more trailers come out and see what it actually looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's just been announced, right? We haven't seen any gameplay. We don't really know what it's about.
Actually, there's a gameplay trailer that's actually out.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the whole gameplay trailer? All right.
They're showing you stuff.
Useless.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Theo, what about you?
When it comes to that kind of stuff, like
Oh.
their track record hasn't been great, so I'm a little.
Well, okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Middle Earth, Shadow of War, and Middle Earth, the other one,
Shadow of Mordor.
Or Mordor?
Shadow of Mordor. Both of those were really received really well, weren't they? And they're Lord of the Rings lore.
Yeah. It's like, but that's just lore, not actual like. When it comes to like the base story.
Oh, I
There's
get
been
what
a
I
couple of
see.
games where,
Okay,
like,
okay. I see.
Remember like
Yes.
the old PS2 games, stuff like that. Like they were.
Yeah. Golem is, I think they're basically reusing canon lore, right? Whereas the Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, they wrote their own thing for
Yeah.
it.
They took the the lore and just built from it instead of trying to adapt source material.
Okay, I see what you mean by golem there.
Yeah. I see your point, man.
So, I mean, I'll try it, but I'm not gonna rush for it just yet until I get more info.
So does that mean that if Hogwarts Legacy is actually good, and there are multiplayer elements to it, sir, you and I, you are definitely going to be a Hufflepuff. He looks like a Hufflepuff, right?
Oh, you know I have my house.
Yes,
I
I know.
I'm a
I know.
did the test.
Does that mean that we're going to be? I'll go Ravenclaw. I don't know. I forgot what the
you
other
were
house.
Gryffindor.
I always get
There's only Gryffindor and Slytherin left.
Yeah, everybody picks Gryffindor, man. Slytherin was the one that I was thinking about.
Have you done the test?
No, I have not done the test. I think
Okay.
maybe I have.
When you're done with this, you're gonna go do the test because we need to know.
Okay, sure. I think
I
I
haven't
did.
done any of that. Where do you go to do it?
I'll send you guys this. It's a Pottermore website.
I do
Okay.
think I did the test. I do think it was Gryffindor.
I think you were, if I remember
I'm
correctly.
pretty sure I did. I
Send me
did do the
link,
test.
bro. Let's see.
We'll do it again. We'll do it again.
Not sure if there's a new test, but I know on the really, really old one, I got Ravenclaw.
So we'll give Ravenclaw. You can be Hufflepuff. I'll be Gryffindor. And Rohan with the sorry man, just with deductions. Slytherin's the only one left.
Because it's different. Get out of here.
we gotta.
You get freaking Gryffindor. You get Slytherin.
All right,
Let's go.
we'll switch. Let's go. We'll join forces. Fuck these two. We'll go after them. Sacrifice Theo to the snake, and then we'll go after Hufflepuff. He can't even turn on his mic, so we don't have to worry about him running away. Don't worry. But okay, all right, fair enough. So I have a partner when it comes down to it. Theo, what about you? What about the second game?
Since the one everyone's been gracious enough to not mention it, I'm just gonna say Elden Ring.
See, that was my second game. But yes, Elden Ring. It's coming out very, very quickly. Like it's in February, and it sucks because like between Elden Ring and Horizon, both are coming in the same month. I don't know which game I'm gonna play first.
Really?
That's your heart, you know it's going to be Elden Ring.
That's
Yeah.
yes,
Especially
100%.
if Furhat and Rohan gets it.
Yeah, it's so true. That's so true.
Yeah.
But Horizon.
Who are you even going to play Horizon with? Let's be honest.
Well, if he's playing Horizon, I know he's getting it now because for his birthday, he got the pre-order.
Pre-ordered and everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we can't play with people in that one.
Discord, man.
And
Discord. Look, holler your friend up just to see what's going on. Where you at, man? I'm fighting the anaconda. Yo, that fight looks amazing.
And that kind of bit me in the ass. Can you come help remove his teeth from?
Well,
No.
shit. No, Theo. No.
Well, there's a lot of
Thank
story in those games, right? So,
Elden Ring?
well, Horizon,
Yeah.
like, it's very in depth.
Yeah.
So if we were to play at the same time, we'd be calling back. If you got to this bit, if you got to this bit,
Listen,
and I
man.
wouldn't want to spoil anything.
Listen, man. I'm just gonna let you know you're trying very hard to convince me, but the other two are correct. It's going to be Elden Ring. Theo, why are you so excited about Elden Ring?
I mean, when was the last Souls game? Was what? Was it Dark Souls 3 or was
Yes.
it Bloodborne? I can't remember which one.
Dark
came.
Souls 3.
Souls 3, and that was a fucking long time ago. So Elden Ring, I mean, it's the first one for the next gen, and what's his face? George R.R. Martin is working with Miyazaki, new IP as well, so that's very exciting. I know Miyazaki works extra hard on his new IPs. He doesn't really like sequels that much, so new shit, he always comes up with like crazy ass ideas.
Well, the preview, they did say it's Breath of the Wild with Dark Souls elements.
He is crazy.
So that in itself, there's this one preview that's it's kind of funny, and one of the ones that actually did I think his name is Andy. He's they were discussing it. This island that he saw in the far corner, and he was like, okay, I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach it. He looked around, he couldn't find it. And then he went in to this other cave that linked all the way down to that island. Very Breath of the Wild elements. So that kind of
very
stuff.
blood. Oh, what's Breath? I mostly remember that as Bloodborne element.
Breath of the Wild had very similar things too. Like it would connect and you would come out somewhere else. But yes, Bloodborne also had the same thing. So like that kind of stuff really excites me. Like this is crazy. And with Sekiro was the last one they technically did out of all of them. The battle system for just the mechanics themselves were top notch.
Oh yeah, fully new system that you've never seen in other games before.
So
and yeah, also like yesterday it was like the reason I thought of this was yesterday was Christmas, and Christmas, as per my yearly ritual, I go on a pilgrimage through Yharnam. Gotta sacrifice more blood, and that just
How
got
did we
me
get
thinking.
there, man? How did we? The fuck? Where?
That's my
This is
Christmas.
the first time I'm hearing about this, freaking Theo. Where did you get this new freaking tradition, bro?
yeah, I've been friends with him for like 20 odd years. I've never heard of this before. Ryan, 15 years?
People in this game.
Anyway, so I was going through a pilgrimage through the streets of Yharnam again, and it just made me remember just how good it felt to like there was never any waste of space in that game.
Oh,
Every street you walked out, I never felt like, oh my god, I just want to get over this street because I've been riding on this fucking horse through the open road map for 10 minutes, I'm going nowhere. Bloodborne, and I remember all the Souls game, you take 10 steps, there's always something interesting.
that part's absolutely true. Bloodborne is amazing. Hands down, one of the best games I've ever played.
Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1,
Yeah.
Demon Souls. So I can't wait for that to go through that kind of experience again with Elden Ring.
It is going to be available on PS4, so are you going to get it?
I think if it has like crossplay with PS5, I think I will.
Okay. All right, that sounds amazing. Rohan, you are up, sir. Second game.
Borderlands, Tinitina's, Wonderland. I really am. When I think about it, bro, I really am gonna play that game, bro. Especially for PS5, right? Because I'm playing it on my alright lower mid-tier freaking PC, playing Borderlands 3, and like I'm still playing Borderlands 3 now and again. So when I think about it, right, and what I see so far with like it's incorporating now like straight up magic. You could use spells. You could dual wield spells, right? You still the gunplay is going to be as diverse as every Borderlands game. It's and then unique interactions, the weird and overpowered interactions, right, between weapons and items and stuff. I mean, I'm interested. I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm gonna play it. I got to be honest with myself. So yeah, Borderlands, Tinitina's Wonderland. Yeah, that's definitely what's going to be up.
Okay, so I got to ask, out of you two.
Ask,
Go ahead, Theo.
did you finish Borderlands 3 yet?
No, I've finished that. I have multiple characters. I do specific playthroughs where I only use one type of manufacturer, like because in Borderlands you have different weapons manufacturers. So I'm doing playthroughs where I only use Jacobs. I've only used Dull. I've only used Torg, right? And then like through the entire playthrough and end game, that's all I use for specific characters. I do weird builds and shit, man. It's maybe a little of a problem, but yeah, So yeah,
It's like the same problem I had in Bloodborne.
Yeah, I was gonna say one goes and sacrifices people of Yharnam to the Blood Moon on Christmas, and the other one's like, I'm going to restrict myself and just play this game with a different build. This is just what it is. What is happening to you guys? Like, is it COVID? Is that what's getting to you? Let me know. Blink twice.
Play a game normally. You know?
Yeah, you shouldn't say anything at all. You're thinking of platinuming Death Stranding for the third time. So like, let's not even.
It gave me their trophies.
To be honest, you would have done it, even if it didn't.
Yeah, man.
Eventually.
Yeah, see, there you go. All right, so
But when it gives me the trophies for free, then I can't.
no, fair enough. Borderland, Tinytina. Okay, yeah, no, that's
Tinitina's Wonderland.
Tinitina's Wonderland. I'm not gonna lie, I was not surprised. I knew you were gonna. If I would share my screen without it messing anything up, you would see it. I would have Rohan probably in brackets, but no, fair enough. For me, it's a toss up between two games. It's number one was Forspoken because I was really hyped about it because I really liked the traversal mechanics for that game, but I felt a bit let down. I don't know what it is about that game, but something seems off.
So the E3 presentation or whatever it was, like it didn't inspire you more.
The recent one they had where they actually showed the date of the game. I think it was the Game Awards, right? Where they showed Forspoken.
Yeah, it was Game Awards.
Yeah, that trailer didn't do it.
Yeah.
I think I get what you mean because when I saw the magic system, like as flashy as it looked, it just reminded me of. So this basically plays like a first-person shooter.
Yeah,
that's with magic effects.
Yeah, something's off. Something's off about that game because the traversal looks amazing. The world does not look very populated. So then I'm like, okay, is it going to be one of those cases where you can do a lot in this empty world and it looks really flashy, but do you feel that density when you even with magics and stuff too? Like is fire going to, especially with DualSense, is fire going to feel different than ice is? Like that kind of stuff. But when the way how floaty it looked, I don't know. So originally that was going to be the case. And I do believe in one of the videos earlier, I did mention Forspoken. But very quickly, this game just kind of climbed up the ranks and has really caught my eye. Sonic Frontiers.
Really? There's more stuff about it?
So there isn't, but I'm going this based on that trailer.
Yeah.
The open world concept of a Sonic game is very, very interesting to me. And I loved Sonic, obviously, growing up. The whole movement was Sonic always a bad game, or just like our nostalgia just making us remember that this being a good game? But no, they were really good games. I remember finishing the 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog thinking I'm shit, when later on realizing no, the game's just broken. But I beat it with Silver, and I think Shadow is also in it. And Sonic makes out with some human chick for some strange reason, because there's a romance element involved. So it's a really terrible game, guys. Don't play it. It's really bad. I paid $80 for PS3 because I was like, hey, it's a Sonic game. Oh my god. That and Transformers, bad memories. But I'm very curious to see how they're going to incorporate the open world mechanics. It's like, especially now with the new tech and seeing what we saw with Unreal Engine 5 with Matrix tech demo.
It's done with Unreal Engine 5?
I'm not sure, but I'm saying that just seeing how far tech has come.
Oh, okay, just in general.
Yeah.
What you can do in games, yeah.
And with the new consoles and everything, if they can end up pulling off like a fast-paced Sonic game in an open world, okay, I'm in.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it would be like a mixture of Sunset Overdrive meets Ratchet and Clank, right? Rift Apart.
Yeah, all they have to do is just nail the traversal, really.
That's it. So, but a very close second, though, I would say a very close second was Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. But then again, it's Rocksteady, so I know that it's gonna end up being good. It's Rocksteady. They do what they need to do well, man.
Rocksteady was the one that did Arkham Knights and all the...
Yes, all the Arkham City. Have you ever played those, Daniel?
No, I haven't played them at all.
Okay, maybe
you're interested in playing them?
I was gonna say.
Are you interested in playing them?
Yeah, one day. They're on my list.
Yeah, he needs to
I've
stop.
heard good things about them, but
he needs to stop playing Death Stranding in order to jump in, right? For the Arkham series. But yeah, no, fair enough.
He's already destined to Death Stranding. I can't imagine what happens when he finds out the other Kojima games.
Oh my god! Imagine him playing actually liking Zone of the Enders or Metal Gear Solid.
and platinuming it.
Yeah. Oh no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. That corner. You'll be stuck in that corner for the rest of your life, man. Don't do it. They're amazing games though. That I will say. They're absolutely amazing.
I did try Metal Gear Solid for like the first level or the first like area, and it didn't hook me.
Nah, you
Yeah,
gotta
maybe I gotta try
But
it
yeah,
again. But
first one is really old. Yeah.
well, it wasn't the first one. It was I don't remember which game it was.
Metal Gear Solid
Sons of-
5.
There's
Yeah,
It's
I think it was
5.
5. It's the one
It's
you
5.
recommended,
Yeah.
and I played the
Oh,
first half hour, and it just didn't hook me.
Hmm.
I'll go try it again. I'm sure I will if once I push through. But the initial grab of I gotta keep playing this.
Oh yeah, I remember 5 now. Yeah, 5 did start off pretty slow.
It's very slow, yeah.
Where you're like taking people out of prison and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, 5 was the
Another
first
camp.
one where they introduced force walking at the beginning. None of the other Metal Gears, like all the other Metal Gears, as soon as you start, it's just breakneck pacing. 5 was the first one that was like you're stuck in the hospital, you got nothing, and can't do anything. Yeah.
But Snake Eater, guys, rumor has it it's being remade from the ground up.
Ground up.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm just surprised that Daniel didn't start like playing Metal Gear from like the beginning, right? At least like what was the name? Like
Too
Metal Gear
young to
Solid.
watch those old graphics.
Or like there's a remake that was done on GameCube, I think.
Yeah.
But like I'm
Yeah, Twin Snakes.
Yes, no Twin Snakes. How's he gonna play that? Right? So,
that's still just pretty old as well. Still,
yeah.
oh my god.
No, fair
Too
enough.
old for that fucking young lad.
Yes, far too old. Yo, his first console was what? PlayStation 4? Rohan, he made us feel old. So we gotta leave him to his young lad days. But
Oh, young lad's a bit older now.
that is true. But with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining me for today's topic. Hopefully the games that we're all mentioning, especially Borderlands, Tinytina, and Wonderland, ends up being as good as Rohan's hoping. With that, especially Lost Ark as well, because Korean
No, the question
MMORPGs...
is, will it be good enough for Rohan to finish it?
No. We already know the answer to that. But what we should do is go ahead and find out which house we belongs in in terms of Harry Potter, because I'm very, very curious to know if Rohan is Gryffindor or Slytherin. Because I'll take the other one. I have no care. As long as you and I team up. Oh, you really? All right. Well, listen, then. Let's do what we need to do.
We don't even get a house.
We're getting to the bottom of this right now.
Exactly. But thank you, guys. We will be back next week again with a new topic to discuss. But until then, sending you all nothing but good vibes from your friends at Cast 5. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. We're also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and now on Patreon. So please help support the channel. With that said, ciao.
Take it easy,
Happy
guys.
holidays.
Happy holidays and have a happy new year, guys.